lost his object there.
No problem, my point was that if they're giving you a demand, but they're not backing that up with their insurance to back you up, then they no longer,
They haven't given us demands.
they're saying.
We said we want to demolish them.
Yeah,
They haven't said yes or no.
okay, but if they don't give you the money for it, then they shouldn't have the right, they shouldn't have the right to tell you that you can't do what you want with it.
That's true. All right, once I decide I'm gonna demolish the properties, I'm gonna demolish the property. My bigger challenge is I'm looking for reimbursements of the policy that I paid for.
So, okay, I agree with that, that sounds like a good point. If they do not reimburse you, will you demolish the property still?
I still intend to do that. How fast will determine by how much money Texas Brine has to spend on any given year. That's the hard fact, reality of what I face as a company. We paid a lot of money for insurance, and the challenge is, as you guys have probably experienced yourself, if you pay money for insurance, and when you have a claim, you gotta do everything you can to get the insurance company to pay that claim.
So you can't get disbanded, an answer, a definitive answer.
My plan is to demolish. I can't give them a time frame. As soon as possible is my desire. That I can say, but I can't say when.
But he doesn't have to worry about y'all renting them out.
No, we're not gonna rent.
You're not gonna sell
So I'm not gonna sell the property.
I mean-
If I sell the house, it'll be moved off the
them?
property.
That's what I mean, but don't
Yeah,
say. All right.
it'll
All right.
be moved.
We got that in.
But the intent is no one will reside on that property.
Got that on record?
Is that gonna be something just forever, like
You can trust them.
20 years from now? I mean, if all this is over with and done,
Someone after me in Texas Brine will have to decide that. But as far as I've been told and what I've passed on, there's no intent of anybody residing on those properties.
so there's no chance community can be built back up again because of that
Probably not.
years from now?
Mhm. Once the settlements have occurred, there's no ironclad statement that prevents someone from having another claim.
Yeah, there's people on the other side of Highway 70 that don't want to leave, but also don't want to be back there, the only house within 3 blocks, you know. It seems like you could at least work something out with those people to take some of these vacant houses rather than tear them down. You know, it's people that still want to stay, have some kind of chance of doing it, not being isolated back there, you know, not tearing the house down.
I think the concern would be just the opposite. You wouldn't want to have people, you wouldn't want them to be renting out properties.
I'm not talking about renting, I'm
Cheap.
talking about people just swapping. I mean, if they're gonna be here anyway, but it's back there by themselves versus, you know.
Judge Zaney was very specific about the class and what we were able to do, what we're able to talk to, and with the class settlement agreement in place, there's not much option to do anything until that's been completed. And we're under direction by Judge Zaney to follow those rules.
Well, we may want to opt out of the lawsuit, the class action lawsuit. If we would, if I would know what y'all intentions are for the rest of the properties. I really don't want to stay where I'm at. I love my place, but I don't want to live there. I don't know how to say it, if y'all gonna be selling it cheap to get some of y'all money. If y'all would sell it for 25% of what y'all paid for it, just to recoup some of y'all money. That's not a
There's no
possibility.
intention, as I sit here in the discussion I've had with both owners and my boss, there's no intention for us to resell the property to recover costs.
What would happen if someone decided to stay over there and you decide to turn it green? Is it, you just gonna let it grow up, or is there gonna be some maintenance to the properties?
I haven't made it that far. I'm sorry, I mean,
It's subdivided property and they would fall under subdivision rules.
is not like pasture property, it's a subdivision. So if they buy in subdivision property, they have to follow the parish's subdivision rules.
And we believe it or not, we do have a code over there.
But that's covenants restriction, but the parish has a grass cutting ordinance, 12 inches. They get notice, and if they don't respond, the parish sends a contractor out, cuts the grass, and sends them the bill. If they don't pay the bill, we lien the property. There is a process for that in a subdivision.
But right now, it's not enforced
Well,
because of the
mandatory evacuation, and we
Okay.
talking, this is not
Okay.
under the mandatory
Okay.
evacuation because there's issues with that. But if we talking long-term, in the subdivision, it's still a subdivision.
Okay.
One more question for me, to you, John. Why, because of what you just said, how we can't enforce some of these things, cutting grass and stuff, why aren't these properties on the highway here being cut by the parish, since the owners don't have to do it because of the evacuation? Texas Brine can't go on the properties to cut it, so why didn't the parish take care of these properties up on the highway here?
Because those people are on the mandatory evacuation, they still own the property. It would have to come down to me to make that request.
Okay.
As long as we're in this area, like I said before, it's a gray area. I am not enforcing the grass cutting if they wish not to cut their grass. If they don't feel safe coming back here.
Not them, I'm asking why isn't the parish doing it then? I understand if they don't want
The parish people still
to.
have to pay for it.
I'm sorry?
The owner of the resident will still have to pay for the grass cutting if the contractor will come out and cut it. The parish don't pick up the bill for it.
It should.
No,
I mean, it should, under these circumstances, and you recoup your money for that, just like you need to recoup it for everything else.
We're not being reimbursed fully now. So,
Put it on the list.
we're not being reimbursed fully now, and for us to spend more money, we're just like Texas Brine. We have a lawsuit filed against Texas Brine, we are gonna seek reimbursement from them. And so, until that happens, we're not looking for any additional expenses.
Okay.
Any other questions? I think I heard a stomach growling somewhere. Mine's lost.
Fine, fine.
Thanks, guys.